Okay, hello. I'm Kevin from KevoKevin and today what we have here is a Polaroid 110A with a Fujifilm Instax back. That's why you have an Instax film over here, yeah, see? So, basically what this is someone's order, basically. Someone actually got me to convert his 110A with a, I believe, Instax Wide 300 in the back. This. So, I also got another person asking if I could basically make one of these for him, and I said I could, but I do not recommend this conversion on this body itself, at least in my design, yeah, because if you look at the thing, it's way thinner than anybody else's designs, because if you look at what people do, yeah, they actually put the extruder bit on the top here, which means that you cannot focus with the rangefinder unless you're on the 110B, I believe, which you only have one window to actually focus and frame through. Next, also if you want to put the like film extruder thing out in the bottom, it will hit the top unless you make it go out like by another centimeter, I think, yeah, from this current state. So this thing, the back is actually staged up by a 3D printed like mount that adapts from Instax, like the lens mount itself, to a flat plane, which is exactly the same size as the Polaroid pack film, and that's how I actually got this thing to be raised. So basically this and this is not attached to the chassis itself. This is right on the chassis. So if you open this thing up, yeah, you can see small screws over here under there. I'm not sure you can actually see them yet, but there you go. I have 5 of them on the top, 5 on the bottom. That is what's holding the Instax back on. So basically the whole Instax back is firmly onto this thing, but the sides are not. And why the sides are not is because they're actually tensioned in. So how they fasten on is basically they get pulled in and they get crimped with some what you call these things, like meltable thin strips. Okay, yeah? So why I do not recommend it? Obviously it looks like this. It does not sit straight up. It's a bit slanted forward because of the position this thing is in. If you flip this thing up, you will not be able to focus at all, because the rangefinder over here, yeah. If the rangefinder was here, I'd not be a problem, but this over here. Next, what else do I want to talk about this thing? Oh yeah, for the film advance, this thing does not have any fancy circuitry at all in the thing. Also, I'm very sorry if I sound quite odd there, because I'm not really that healthy right now, I think. So I got a cold, something like that, yeah. So for the advance, I have a battery over here which is rechargeable by USB-C, which is way better than anything you have seen in Instax, because Instaxes use AA's, and AA's are quite expensive if you keep on having to buy them, yeah. These things, you only charge the thing like your phone and you're done. Then you have this, which is an LED. Let me show you, see, that's an LED. This is an LED on off. So basically this thing is the extrude button. And that's the indicator. Then if you say you actually like accidentally push the thing a bit further than you should, and you have this thing turned on, that should not be a problem. But then with this, it will be a problem, because obviously it's going to drain your battery, yeah? So I put another switch to turn the light off. Okay, so let me demonstrate how this thing actually works with a piece of Instax film. Align it upside down, crimp the thing. Oh, see? While extruding the dark slide or the film, do not stop this thing in the middle. Because if you do, the film will have like a crease in the middle, yeah. And you're gonna get like a line on the photo itself, which is not ideal at all. Now this is not a piece of film. You can open this thing up. This was reloaded with a dark slide. It is just an empty cartridge. Now the thing with the cartridges is that they're not flat. They're actually slanted, see? They're slanted. And so they look like this inside. Let me go show you. This is gonna face the bottom. That is the emulsion pack or something like that, yeah? That's what they call them. Then you have this, which is basically a pressure plate, which adjusts this. It adjusts this. I mean, it takes the pressure off this, yeah? These two little lines, and pushes the film evenly onto this film plane over here. Like that, yeah? And that's how an Instax cartridge works. Okay, now why this thing is back with me is that because this guy actually wanted to reconvert this whole thing, to use a Graphlok pack. What is a Graphlok pack, you might ask? A Graphlok pack is... Let me take the one pen away. And let me take these tissues away, because these are for lens CLAs, not for videos. I like tissues because obviously they actually, they keep your screws in one place, yeah. They don't allow the screws to run everywhere, like on the table itself. So let me go for this. Actually, no, let's just pull this away. Here is a little more Graphlok. This is an Instax instant pack basically for... Okay, this is an instant pack for Graphlok packs. I'm not sure, yeah, because obviously if you know me, I'm not a film shooter. I've never shot film before this project itself, so actually I have it, but I haven't developed the film, so it's been in the freezer for like a few years. But yeah, so this is a Graphlok. This is, he said this thing's some kind of like an adapter or something like that, yeah, for ground glass. So what's my ground glass, yeah? I do not have any ground glass, but I have some ground glass material. So you see, you have this, yeah. This is like a 6x6 medium format acrylic size, which I've basically made for like pre-made ground glass. Make one of these in this size, stick it on here, and that's your ground glass for focusing. Okay, so let me go put this back. And let me show you the rest of the thing here. So, this is your ground glass adapter. Basically, you put your rough side over here, yeah, so it actually coincides with the film plane on the Instax. Now, this one's quite disgusting for some reason. So, I think that's not me that made this thing dirty as hell. You have this. Not sure why I actually keep the box here, but there you go. Now, why do not recommend you convert an Instax? I mean, 110A with an Instax back. It's because this thing actually leaked a little bit. The person said, yeah. So it leaked somewhere around here by a very tiny bit, and here in the extruder by a very tiny bit. So why does that matter? Obviously it matters because there's no dark slide. The dark slide on this is integrated into the... Wait, yeah. Let me put all this back. I do not want to drop any of this because the person said that getting a Graphlok back in Indonesia is quite hard. I'm not entirely sure how hard that is, but there you go. So this is a Lama Graphlok. Now you might not know what the hell this thing is. I sure did not know before making any of these videos or any of these projects, but this is basically a Graphlok pack, which is an Instax without the lens itself. And it has a dark slide, which is awesome. So what the dark slide does and what it allows you to do, yeah, is it allows you to basically cover up your Instax film and make it somewhat like a digital project in the end. Because digital, yeah. Let me go show you my little fat tool. In a digital project, you do not have to worry about constant light leaks. Like for example, this Instax. It has a tiny leak over here, yeah? But then if you have this tiny leak on 800 ISO film or ASA film, and that goes on for like a month, your film's gonna be dead, man. It's gonna be white. So what I like about digital is that you do not have to buy film at all, and no light seals. See, not a single freaking light seal. Like even if you look inside the thing, yeah, you might actually be able to see the light if you open the back. Let's take a small phone torch or something like that, yeah? Okay, look at this. See, there's some shininess inside there. See? So, in a digital camera, yeah, your back, your body, this thing sure is quite well sealed, yeah, but then this thing has no seals, man. Like in a traditional sense, I mean, where it has like the foam and stuff like that. This thing has none of that, and it's still working perfectly. There's no haloing, there's no ghosting, there's no like sun lines are going in the frame. There's nothing. That's why I like digital so much. It might be a bit harder to do in the start, yeah, but then in the end, this is way more easier making one of these work. I mean, one of those Instaxes work. Now with the long microflock, this is a factory made bit, injection molded. So there's no such things as like small little creases and stuff like that where light can just seep in. Unless you open this dark slide. So make sure you turn this thing on. This thing's basically a pin, yeah, this on off button. So this thing's off. There's a little lock over here. Open this thing, then you can pull the dark slide out. It's quite hard to pull out though, yeah. There you go. This thing is, I believe, sheet steel. But then this thing has a crease over here, which I did not put in. This might be in the design, so it actually like locks in with spring force. Or this might also not be a design thing, but it might be broken. But at least it works, yeah. So there you go. Here it has some felt padding inside here, and then this is super thin, obviously, because you wanna have a light sealing back. Also, if you look at this, yeah, push it in. See how thick this is, and how much space is actually wasted in here. Yeah, see, that's because even with felt, they're not able to guarantee like 100% seal on something like this. That's why they have to make it so wide. Now you know Instax is here. Let me go find you the lens on the Instax. Okay, so you know where my back is mounted, yeah? This back over here. It is mounted on this. They only give you 3 screws to work with, 1, 2, and 3, and a few clips. The clips are also not even in clips. They're like fucking rectangles, man. So you slide them in. That's all you do basically. And you look at how thin this is. And compared to this, man, this is like, it's like another extra centimeter, see? That's what you call light sealing for your passive methods. With this thing, with the Polaroid 110A, I gave it like full light sealing and still leak a little bit, which is not ideal. Now with this, I'm pretty sure it does not leak, because look at the tolerances, man. This is like so nice. Pull it down. Look at how thick this is, see? You do not need a light seal, because this has a lip. This thing has a lip. This thing is closer in design to my FET, because it obviously has lips, yeah. And not. It does not use light seals, but it uses a lip, so the light doesn't like jump over, because light is not a wave, yeah. It's actually like lines. So that's how it works, the long flock. This thing has a counter also, which mine does not have. And I believe this thing has an auto eject system. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick here, so yeah, so the auto eject system, I'm not sure if I can actually show you that right now. Let me see if I can have batteries here. 1, 2. I believe this thing takes 4 3, 4, okay. Let's see if these chameleon battery packs actually have any juice in them. Plus, minus. Plus, minus. I'm following these things here, so if they're not correct, then I might fry this thing. Minus, plus. Okay, I see. So, the counter is here. You can then press this guy. This is not very strong. Fucking hell. Look at mine. The speed of mine. Done. And that's even with me like hesitating. So this is basically, you know, the Instax film has like a head on it, yeah, basically. Let me go show you that. So you have this bit over here. Usually the way I actually know when this thing is finished is basically it goes out and it jumps go down like a little bit. Hope at that point you start hesitating, like you press it once in a while, and then when the stick turns off you just pull the film out. That's how I know I've done it properly. Now, what you call this thing? What I'm gonna do next is basically put this onto this body. And what I'm gonna do to this body, it's not pin it, yeah. The guy didn't want me to pin this body. I mean this back, this Instax back. But he actually wanted me to put this thing in some other Polaroid. I'm not so sure what the model is currently. Let me go take it for you, yeah. So he actually sent me 2 of these guys. So let me put the Polaroid 110A away. And this lens away. Okay. Okay. He has sent me 2 of them, but one is broken, so I'm gonna show you the good one. This thing. I'm not sure what it's called yet. Let me go read the name on the thing itself, yeah, because I forgot what the hell it's called. So this thing is called a 195 line camera by Polaroid. Shit man, let me go put mine for a while. Okay, so this is a line camera. He said this lens was made by Tomioka. It sure does seem like a Tomioka design, yeah, from the coatings themselves. And the aperture actually goes from f3.8. Let me go focus a bit closer. From 3.8 up to f864. See? Crazy as hell for someone that usually uses full frame like me and has never touched medium format before, like a month ago, I think. I mean, this is not even medium format, man. It's like large format. This crazy Instax thing. So yeah, this thing focuses via these things right here. So the knobs. The rangefinder is actually foldable. The cam is over here basically, I see. This is your cam. So you can actually push the thing if you want to. But I'm not sure how yet. So after that you can also pull the thing up. No? How the fuck do you think this opens? Yeah, I'm not sure. And these things are really wobbly, yeah. these knobs. All I know is that this thing is one, this is shutter. Slow speed still work. But then I think I should pull this thing out yesterday, man. I'm pretty sure this is the back. Yeah, so this is the back of the camera itself. This thing will be gone later because obviously I'm gonna have to put an Instax back over here. But I'm not sure how the hell you actually pull the lens out. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. But then yeah, so basically he's got me to put the Instax back onto this thing right here, which is not all easy. It's gonna take quite a while. But yeah, so that's my conclusion on the 110A. It's not really that hard, but you might get some light leaks. This bit's quite hell. This thing got a leak over here also, in the extrusion bit. As you can see, this thing's a bit lifted, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this back slightly, put in that other Polaroid, then put a little more flux onto this guy. So yeah, hopefully you like the video of me talking about these Polaroid conversions to Instax. Hopefully you will succeed if you actually decide on trying to convert one of these guys to Instax. I do not recommend this, obviously, but these things do not have any more pack film media. So if you actually want to use them, this is the only way, I believe. And yeah, have a nice day, stay safe, bye bye.